found the pin.
I'm swimming into the competition.
I found the pin.
Oh. That probably didn't even look good. But in my mind, it looked majestic. So, forgot to turn the air conditioning off. So, probably hear a little bit of wind noise. But it's okay because it's hot in here, so.
It's true.
So you're just going to put up with it, is what I'm saying. So.
I mean, not to be that guy, but we're going to be that guy.
So. Anyway.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I was listening to him.
Oh, how are you doing? All right. Anyway, we got some stuff to discuss.
First of all, I did not break my wrist.
He's got a tan line. That's what it was. He just wanted a tan line.
Right there.
They told him it's not broken. But I beg to differ. And if it's really not broken, I'm going to break it.
Okay. I do have an MRI, though. It's coming up in a couple weeks.
It's weird because he has an MRS, too. A missus. All right, anyway. Got some stuff to discuss. Yes, it has been 2 weeks since we did another upload. We forgot last week.
Life's busy at the moment for us. We both have
I'm putting up a privacy fence. Is the main
we both
issue.
have very busy lives at the moment, so we apologize.
Yeah. But life happens. It's okay. So, going back to last week, congrats to Christopher Bell. Dirt race was great.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it a lot.
A lot of action all over the place. It was awesome.
It's pretty good. Anyway, that's that for last week. That's all you get.
Yeah.
Anyway, this week, I want to talk about the truck race. So, shifting into first gear here.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Yeah, I forgot. Okay, I forgot about the intro. Anyway, shifting to first gear. I talked about the truck race. Because they're like, we're going to run under wet weather conditions. And then even when they started, it didn't really look that wet. And then after about 25 laps, they took it off and went on the slicks. And they ran for like 40 laps, and that was it. They ran like 30 laps or more. Probably more than that. I can't remember. Anyway, they probably ran 30 laps or more under caution. So I saw somewhere where 50.8% of that race was run under caution.
I don't understand the wet weather tires and then canceling the race because of rain.
I know.
I don't understand.
I don't understand this. I know they said they weren't going to run in rain at ovals, but they're going to run under wet weather conditions. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But all I'm saying is when it's done raining,
race.
Get the puddles off there, the standing water, and race. Is that really that
why are
hard
you
to
still
ask?
drying the track?
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
But my thing is, I was all for this, but if they're going to use it to just have 36 cars out there to dry the track also, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
I'd rather wait and get the track dry and go back to racing than to watch them go under caution for 30 laps and dry the track. That's stupid. That's really stupid. So I don't really know what to think about that. I'll wait until it happens again to really make an opinion.
Stupid. That's what I think. Anyway.
But anyway, so Truck Series has not been that good this year. As far as, I mean, it's been good, but as far as like racing under green,
Yeah.
they just haven't really done
NASCAR's
that.
kind of sucking it up a little bit with the Truck Series.
Yeah, it's not necessarily their fault, but it's dumb. I'm talking about the truck race too. Carson Hocevar, I like the guy.
I do like the guy a lot. He's actually my favorite truck race driver, but
I don't
He got a
like
little
what he's
mad.
doing. Because the thing is, that's not the first time that's happened.
yeah, he got a little mad.
He hooked somebody last year. He spins out on purpose like every other week to cause a caution.
Like every other week. I mean,
Just about. it seems like.
Exaggeration.
I think he's done that probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 times in the last season and this season so far, which I don't think he's done this season yet. But it's not going to surprise me when he does it again. That's and then he tried to hook somebody again, and My thing is,
He has some anger issues.
he's got to work through that because
He needs to work on it a little bit.
I think with his personality, he could be a NASCAR superstar. I think he's got talent for it. If not the Cup, I think he's at least got to be a good, solid career Truck Series driver or Xfinity Series driver. If not the Cup, but he's got to get over whatever he's going on because it's like he gets mad and then he just doesn't care. And then he gets out and he's just like, yeah, well, I don't like that. But I like him as a person. So
Yeah, he's my favorite truck race driver. But yeah, even when he went to go turn the guy, I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
You gotta hold yourself together a little bit more. But that's right.
Yep. So at least not make it as obvious. Go into the next
Yeah.
corner and bump him by accident.
That's true. That's what I would do.
I mean, that's what you should
Don't
do.
tell NASCAR this, but that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Don't mind find me.
They're gonna find you $50,000 and 25
Yeah,
points.
that's true.
Anyway,
shifting into second gear, Chase Elliott's return.
Chase
Elliott's return.
It started out really bad. Like I was watching the qualifying and I was like, okay, here he comes. He's gonna qualify in the top 10 because he's good at Martinsville. And then he hits the wall, and I'm like, all right. Then he ends up 24th. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, then I thought, well, it's a new package, but if it's anything like last year, it's gonna be still hard to go. So he's not gonna go nowhere. And I was right. Didn't go nowhere. And he had a bad car too. And he stayed there in like 20th spot the entire race until the last 40 laps. When his car came to life, he went from 22nd to 10th and got a top 10. And I was excited. I was glad he got a top 10, but the whole time I'm thinking, why couldn't you have done this 150 laps ago? That would have been a lot nicer. Or at least, like, stay out at some point. I mean, at one point, I think he only had like 9 or 10 laps on his tires, and Alan Gus said, more tires and fuel.
Yeah,
I get it. You have to work on your car, but we saw people stay out and stay in with on old tires and still lead, and it's like, come on now, just have some type of pit strategy. You don't have to go for points now. Go for wins.
I was happy with the top 10 because after seeing him running 20th or further back all day, I'm like, dang. But top 10's a nice point stay to come back. He needs to win, but still, everything counts. So
I agree.
it was a weird day because like people you didn't think were going to do good did really good at first, and then all of a sudden people just came out of nowhere to end up in the top 10. So
I know.
it's kind of weird.
It was weird because they stayed out. Anyway, shifting to third gear. I'm going to talk about SHR. That's who it was. Shifting to third gear. I want to talk about SHR. They had a great day. It just did not pan out for them.
Yeah.
But this is the first race that I can
4 years?
remember. That I can remember that every car was actually had speed and
Like
looked
the top
good.
10.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So congrats to them. Just want to give them a shout out really for shifting into third gear here. So, or just want to give them a shout out for third gear. Not shifting.
For shifting to third gear.
Just want to give them a shout out for third gear.
Also,
here. Yeah.
I like Grand Prix, but what he did to Kyle Larson last week was kind of stupid, and then seeing him get penalized and not win was funny to me. I just don't like it.
It's funny because
And then Kyle Larson won. So I
I
thought that was
don't-
hilarious.
I don't not like Ryan Preece. But he also, when I look at him, has a face that I just want to punch. I don't know why that is. Like, I think he could be good. I think he's a good guy. I think he could be good for the sport as far as, like, winning. But I look at him and I'm just like, oh, I like Ryan Preece. And he gets out of the car. And just the way he, I don't know, the way he, like, acts. And I'm like,
He holds himself.
yeah. And I'm just like, you look like a guy I just want to punch in the face. And I don't really know why. So,
Yeah, I just thought that was funny. Not that. Like that.
yeah.
Anyway, shifting in the fourth gear. The new racing package at Martinsville. Don't like it.
Alright, you okay?
Okay.
I'm the same way. It was good at Richmond.
Well said, right?
But it wasn't good at Martinsville. I don't really know why. I think a lot of teams were saying that I don't think it was the package per se as much as it was the tire not having any fall off at all.
Yeah.
Like, so in the truck race with the rain tires, it had a lot of fall off. So after 25 laps, they were a second and a half slower already.
Yeah. That's like how you're used to seeing it, you know?
Yeah. And then they said after 80 laps in the Cup race, they were only 3/10 off their fastest lap. And so the thing is, the next gen car is great because anybody can win and everybody has the same equipment. But when you're at a slow track, then if you get out of if you overshot the corner, somebody bumps you, whatever, you just grab another gear and take off. There's not really any mistakes being made. And you have the same equipment, same gear ratio, whatever, same tires, everything like that, same horsepower, all that. Then you're going to go the same. Nobody's going to have an advantage, which sounds great on paper, but then you watch it and you realize it's literally they can't do nothing. Like, unless somebody just pulls over and stops, they're not going to really pass you. Like, if somebody really has to have a bad handling car,
It's back and forth because it's part of strategy, which could be fun, but then it also stinks if you're just stuck in the back and you don't. Strategy doesn't fall in your hands whatsoever. But then it can be fun if you have a fast car, because then you can just see a lot of hard racing and bumping to get you all the way. Then if you don't have a fast car, that's just back and forth.
it is. It's like, it's good on one hand and it's really bad on the other. So I don't think it's great for Martinsville. I really don't. They need to have more horsepower at short tracks, at least at short tracks. The higher speed race tracks maybe not have to have as much horsepower, but at low or short tracks they need to have more horsepower. That's what makes it good racing, because there's tire spin, tire fall off, everything, and it's more technical and have drivers' talent. Will go and be a better race. But I don't know. They need to do that. They need to have more tire fall off.
When's the next short track?
I don't know. I'll have to look. But so that leads us into the race overall, 5th gear. Race overall, percentage-wise, it just didn't do anything for me. Ready for this? Probably a record low.
I'm ready. Wait. I'm ready.
30%.
Really? I was gonna say 50.
Here's the thing. I always be like, if it's under 50, then that means I just didn't like the race. It's not that I didn't like the race, because I'll still watch it. So NASCAR race. Martinsville. There's beating and banging. Beating and bumping and banging. What am I trying to say? There's contact, but nothing happened. Like, there is literally, I could say that I went to the Martinsville race right now, and I could not. Nobody could prove me otherwise, because nothing happened. Oh, did you see that tire? Not even NASCAR saw that tire. It's like nothing happened. Everybody's gonna forget about this race in 2 races.
It's true.
Especially because next week.
It's been a day, and I've already forgot about it. Yeah, I was gonna say 50, right down the middle, because it could have been worse. It could have been a whole lot better, too.
If I can remember, every single time we do a video, I'd like to say what race won the weekend. Xfinity race for sure. Like, no shot. So I want to start that, because I want to start doing that every week if I can remember. So Xfinity race won the weekend. It was the best race by far.
I sadly was the one race. That was the one race I did not watch.
Oh, really?
Good, yeah.
Did you see John Henry Check's burnout?
I did see that burnout. Yes.
It's funny because on one hand I'm like, that's really cool. Like, it was not. That was really cool. On the other hand, I'm like, what caused it to burn? Because we need to make sure that doesn't happen, because that could be a safety issue. And then on the third hand, I'm like, if you did that on purpose, why the heck would you do that? If I was the car owner, I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, that's a perfectly good race car that we can go back here in the playoffs
and win again.
So I don't understand, but it was cool. I'll just enjoy it for what it was. But anyway, definitely won the weekend. Next week's Talladega.
I'm very excited.
I am predicting this. Ready? Not only will there be a flip, it's going to be awesome if I predict this right, because it's just going to show that I predict this right. Not only will there be a flip, I'm predicting that it'll be Ross Chastain.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to predict that. Usually I think it was this stuff ahead of time. I have a good feeling about it. I feel like it's going to be somebody who absolutely destroys NASCAR to Talladega and French track clips, so like Joey Logano.
Oh, yeah.
Or,
like when they get butthurt about it?
yeah, who's one other guy?
Oh, Ryan Newman was that
Yeah,
guy.
but Joey Logano was one of
Joey
them.
Logano, probably Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin. Somebody like that you know will immediately get out of the car and just... Rosie, you want to be in the video?
Where?
You want to be in the video?
Where? Up here. Hey, up here.
You want to be
Because you're never here. So we're at Rosa sighting. Yes, her name is Rosa Parks.
Call her Rosie.
Call her Rosie. It's a pun on Rosa
Okay.
Parks.
Right.
Because it's a good, cool pun dog name.
Anyway, what was I saying? I was going somebody that just gets out of the car and is ticked that they're at Talladega.
Yeah. Who- Pick to win, real quick, and then we'll be done.
Talladega?
Yeah.
Alex Bowman.
Here's my pick, and it is going to be.
You just hit it.
I know. That was my dog. Anyway, here's my pick, and it's going to be really crazy because they have not finished higher than like 30th this year. It feels like.
Oh.
Eric Jones.
Oh, there you go. Actually, that's a good one.
Dark horse. You know what?
Eric Jones.
Eric Jones would be my dark horse. I'm going to switch that up. I'll pick Ricky Stenhouse Jr. to win. I was going to flip flop him, but
Okay, so I picked Alex Bowman. My dark horse is Corey LaJoy.
there you go. They can do it. Hey, I'll see you next time.
Like, comment, subscribe. I dare you.
Can't really guarantee it'll be next week, but I'll see you next time. How does that sound?
It'll be next week. Don't worry about it.
That's scissors.